Hello everybody, welcome back. So we were watching this yesterday on, I suppose, just before bedtime, for me anyway, and we watched the Bitcoin pullback. It wasn't very convincing. It wasn't the ultimate pullback that we wanted. It was decent, but it ended up being a V-shaped recovery and then basically just going up. Now we are struggling a little bit now on the 15-minute chart, but we're not particularly bothered about the 15-minute chart. It's all about the dailies and the weeklies over here. But, just going on to what I was saying yesterday and the day before and all last week is that, yeah, Bitcoin is the stronger asset, clearly is. Bitcoin dominance is still increasing. However, I still expect to see a rotation, whether it's a micro rotation at this level, maybe even a larger one at this level. Personally, I think that we're heading towards 50 to 52% dominance over the, if we look at this on a weekly term time frame. But on the daily, this is an obvious area, almost where we are at right now anyway, or thereabouts. Remember, the dominance chart isn't, absolutely perfect, but it does give you ideas of what you should, or maybe think about what you should be doing. And for me, being in a large Bitcoin position for maybe 3 or 4 weeks now has worked out pretty well. As we see a lot of altcoins, losing not just their Satoshi values, but their dollar values. So something that it wasn't that I was expecting it. It's just that I knew that it was possible, and I didn't want to. I wanted to avoid that, and I wanted more purchasing power with my Bitcoin for altcoins that essentially are on sale. And there are a little, it is a little bit like that right now, but it's not as dramatic as it was, this time last year, where it was extremely accentuated. So this is what I mean. I mean, if we're looking to make the most of these rotations, or what we're looking at now could be a micro rotation. It's not going all out of Bitcoin, all into altcoins. It would be shaving little portions off, putting it into what would look like potentially either bottoms or good setups versus their Bitcoin pair. So there's no magic, there's no secret sauce. It's an educated guess that we will be being rejected around this level, about 47, maybe the top of this Bollinger Band, 47.5% dominant. So, I mean, that is pretty much it. All the videos I've made throughout the week still remain true. I would personally be looking for a bit more of a pullback on Bitcoin, a bit more of an oversold situation for altcoins before I make that transition. I'm not looking to try and get clever and make irrational decisions. I want to evaluate how the market's going to play this week because of the new ETF. I want to see the impact that has on Bitcoin and the market as a whole. I'm happy to sit on the sidelines for a little bit, although I do have a plan of action and one that I'm willing to execute because it's a plan. I am also a little wary of how the week may behave, probably a little bit choppy over the next few days. But I'm pretty confident that altcoins will have their renaissance. They will rise from the ashes like the phoenix, even if it's only for a period of a week, but it could continue throughout the rest of the year. We just don't know. There is a good chance that we will be able to make some decent money. Whether you're already in altcoins, you're waiting for the relief, or you're like me looking to enter into altcoins with the Bitcoin that you've been but sheltering from the market over the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is basically what I've been doing. Basically not being distracted by the ups and downs of the market, just allowing the Bitcoin that I have to go up in value and watch the altcoins go down in value. It's a perfect storm, it's a perfect situation, and one that I'm lucky enough to have taken advantage of. And now the idea is to try and get really clever and try and reverse that situation, go from your Bitcoin into your altcoins. But again, this would be only, for small gains. I'm talking between 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe a little bit more gains, which is obviously good. 50% gain. If I bang a Bitcoin into Doge, for instance, and I end up with 1.5 Bitcoin by the time that trade is finished. So I'm not going to complain with that. But I'm not looking for the enormous, massive alt seasons that we had, for instance, this time last year or the beginning of the year. That was the time to really go to town. Now this is the time for spot traders to try and be clever and make the most out of support resistance on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And it's not as easy as going altcoins yes, Bitcoin no. You do have to look at specific charts and recognize if they do have the opportunity to move. Don't look at it on Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance gives you a green, amber, or red light on which side of the market you want to be on. It doesn't tell you that whatever you could choose any altcoin and instantly make money. That's not what it's about. It's just saying that, all right, fine. We've got the green light on an altcoin trade potentially. Let's scour through the charts to see which ones have got the best opportunities, and make a reasonable their sized position on that. Not all in, not all out. Let's not go mad. This is only what could potentially be a micro rotation, which takes a few days. Best case scenario though, it gets rejected from here and sails all the way down to brand new lows. We just don't know. We've got to wait and see how it plays out. At the end of the day, this is a bullish chart still, but this area needs to be reclaimed in order for it to continue to be bullish. So this is why I'm expecting a rejection from here. It's the obvious place. It's the strongest moving average of any potential uptrend. And so far, we've been in a decent uptrend up until this moment. So that's the only reason I'm going by it. And like I say, we'll have to sit on the sidelines and wait and see. It's going to be a bit of a choppy week, I expect, and anything is possible. So let's put our thinking caps on and plan what we want to do, and not emotionally dive in or sell or just go crazy. The idea is that you should have had a plan anyway over the last few weeks while we were watching this coming to pass. So none of anything that's really happened over the last few weeks has come as any surprise to me or anyone who watches this channel. In fact, it's basically the plan playing out. But as we're getting towards the end of this potential run in the short term, this is where a plan has to be acted upon. So let's just see how it goes, and yeah, we'll play it by ear. Although our plan is is basically still playing out perfectly. If you want to know more, anyway, join the Telegram chat. And if you want to take it one step further, I do have a Patreon channel where we do live streams basically twice a week. And we look at lots of different altcoins and even stock markets charts these days. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.